Hello, today we're going to be working on number problems with hands-on equations. These problems come from the Verbal Problems book, and we're going to go ahead and get started with problem number 1. So problem number 1 says, if 4 times a number, I know that's important so I'm going to underline it, increased by 2, remember that increased means we add, is the same simply means equals as 3 times the number increased by 9. And we want to find the number. So let's take a look at our sheet. First things first, the last part of that problem said find the number. So let pawn be the number. So now let's do our setup. Let's get this focused. If 4 times a number, how do we write 4 times a number? We're going to write the number 4 times. So that's the number 4 times. Increased by 2. Increase means we add, and we know that the value is 2. Is the same as, that's our equals, so that means we're going to jump over to the right side of the equation. 3 times a number. So how do we write 3 times a number? We write the number 3 times, so that's 3 pawns. And it's increased by 9. So we have a 9. So take a look at that and read over the problem again and make sure that you understand why we put what we have on the balance the way it is. So we need to find our solution. So I'm going to switch colors so that I can see really easily what I've moved and taken off. So on the left we have 4 pawns and a 2, and on the right we have 3 pawns and a 9. Well, I want to get rid of the smallest number of pawns, so I'm going to take off these 3 pawns. And if I take off 3 pawns on the right, I have to take off 3 pawns on the left. That leaves us with 1 pawn and a 2 on the left-hand side and a 9 on the right. So since we have numbers on both sides, we want to get all of our numbers to one side of the equation. Because we have a pawn here and we don't have pawns on the other side, we want to leave this pawn here, so we want to move the 2. How do we move a positive 2? We're going to subtract it, and if we subtract 2 from that side, we're going to subtract 2 from this side and end up with 7. So we have 1 pawn is equal to 7, so our solution for pawn is 7. And the answer in sentence format, it asked us to find the number. So in a sentence, how would we write that? We're simply going to write the number is 7, and all we did was take the information from the first part of our problem and write it out with the answer. So now we need a check. We know the number is 7, so we'll count by 7s. 7, 14, 21, 28, and 28 plus 2 is 30. On the right side we have 7, 14, 21, and 21 plus 9 is 30. So that is a check. Moving on to problem number 2. The problem reads, if 5 times a number increased by 4 is the same as twice the number increased by 13, find the number. This is very similar to the problem we just did. And let's underline the important information. we have 5 times a number, and then increased by 4. What does increase mean? What operation is that? That's right, that's going to be addition. Is the same as, I'm going to circle that, is the same as, because that means that's our equal sign. Twice the number increased by 13. And then find the number. So what's going to be our pawn? Well, our pawn is simply the number. And our setup, I'm going to read slowly. If 5 times a number, if one pawn is the number, how do we write 5 times the number? That simply means we're going to draw out 5 pawns. And it says increase by 4. And we know that increase means add, so we're going to add a 4 cube. Is the same as, that's our equal, so we're going to jump over to the right side. Twice the number. What is twice the number? How many is that? Twice means 2, so we're going to draw 2 pawns. Increased by 13. So that means we just add 13. Now we're going to solve. So we have pawns on both sides, and we have number cubes on both sides. So we're going to look at our pawns and see what side do we have the smallest number of pawns. On the left we have 5, and on the right we have 2. Well, 2 is smaller than 5, so I'm going to remove the 2 pawns from that right side, and if I do it to the right side, I have to also do it to the left side. Now we only have pawns on the left, so we want to move all of our numbers over to the right. So if we take away the 4, we also have to take away the 4 on this side, and 13 take away 4 is simply 9. Now we need to solve. On the left we have 3 pawns, and on the right we have 9. So what number do we multiply by 3 to get 9? Well, if I count by 3's, I can do 3, 6, 9, and 9 is equal to 9, so our solution for setup is 3. What does 3 mean? Let's go back to our original pawn. Pawn is the number, so our answer in sentence format is the number is 3. Don't forget your check. So we're going to go ahead and start counting here. We're counting by 3's. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and 15 plus 4 is 19. Count by 3's again. 3, 6, and 6 plus 13 is 19. So 19 equals 19. Good job. Number 3 I'm going to leave for you to do independently, and we're going to move on to problems number 4 and 5. Problem number 4. When a number increased by 1, well, first of all, when a number just means we're going to have one pawn because there's only one of them. Increased by 1 is doubled. That we're going to have to make sure we understand. And then increased by 5. The result is the same. Remember that is the same means equals as when the number is increased by 10. Find the number. So let pawn be the number, because that's what we're looking for. When a number, so we'll start with one number, increased by 1 is doubled, that means we have 2 of them. And when we double things, triple things, we're just going to stack them on top of one another. And then increased by 5, so we're going to have a 5 cube as well. The result is the same as. When we see is the same as, that means we're going to jump to the right side of the equation and begin plugging in the information for that right side. The result is the same as when the number is a pawn, is increased by 10. Find the number. So now we're going to solve. I'm going to start with my pawns, and I look to see how many pawns I have on each side. On the left I have 2. On the right I have 1. I want to remove my smallest number of pawns, so that's going to be my 1. If I take 1 off on the right, I must take 1 off on the left. Now let's look at our numbers. On the left we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And on the right we have 10. So we want to remove the smallest number that we have. So we're going to take off the 7. And if we have a 10, we take off 7, we end up with 3. So on the left we have 1 pawn, and on the right we have 3. So that means that our solution is 3. But now we need to write the answer. If we let pawn be the number, then our sentence is going to be the same as it was on problems 1 and 2. The number is 3. Let's go back to our check. We're going to plug in a 3 for our pawns. So 3, 6, 7, 8, and 8 plus 5 is 13. And the pawn is 3, so we have 3 plus 10 is 13. That is a check. Let's move on to problem number 5. On this problem, Jamie guessed a number. Rob guessed a number that was double the sum of 3 and the number guessed by Jamie. If the sum of the numbers guessed by Jamie and Rob is 18, what are the numbers? So first let's talk about Jamie. Jamie guessed a number. Rob guessed a number that was double the sum of 3 and the numbers guessed by Jamie. If the sum of the numbers guessed by Jamie and Rob is 18, what are the numbers? So Jamie guessed a number, so that's going to be our pawn. Rob guessed a number that was double the sum of 3 and the number guessed by Jamie. So first let's put Jamie on. Let's put Jamie's number Jamie's number is going to be pawn. So the number guessed by Jamie is pawn. And the number guessed by Rob, it says, is double the sum of 1 and twice the number guessed by Jane. So, I'm sorry, Jamie. I read the wrong problem. Rob guessed a number that was double the sum of 3 and the number guessed by Jamie. So if Rob, it was double, so we're going to do it twice, the sum of 3 and a number guessed by Jamie. So we have 3 and the number guessed by Jamie, but then we have to double that. If the sum of the numbers guessed by Jamie and Rob is 18, what are the numbers? So when it says sum, it means we're going to need to take Jamie's number and Rob's number add them together, and then set them equal to 18. I'm going to go ahead and put my 18 over here because I know that's my sum. Jamie's number is 1 pawn. Rob's number is 3 and a pawn, and 3 and a pawn, because it said that he was double the sum of 3 and a pawn. So we've got it set up. I'm going to switch colors again. So we have pawns only on the left side, so we're not going to move any of those pawns, but we have numbers on both sides. So we're going to need to take care of the lowest number of cubes. So we have 3 and 3 is 6 on the left and 18 on the right. Which one do we want to move? Well, we want to get rid of these 3's, so the pawns will be by themselves. So if we take away 3 and 3, which is 6, that means our 18 is going to lose that 6 and become a 12. So now we have 1 pawn, 2 pawn, 3 pawns, and 3 pawns equals 12. 3 times what number is 12? That's right, that's 4. The question said, what are the numbers? So we have to give both Jamie's number and Rob's number. So in sentence format, Jamie's number is 4 and Rob's number is, Rob's number was 3 plus pawn and 3 plus pawn, and if pawn is 4, 3 plus 4 is 7, and 7 plus 7 is 14. We're not quite done. We still have to do our check. So let's plug our 4 in. 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 4 is 11, plus 3 is 14, plus 4 is 18. And on the right hand side, we started with just an 18 cubed, so that is a check. Problem number 6 you're going to do on your own, and we will do a live Teams meeting to go over that problem as well as problem number 3. Have a great day.